Day of the Dead, a folklore custom. Day of the Dead is significant because it is a folklore custom that celebrates the appreciation of folk arts. It validates and sustains the Mexican folk culture, and it maintains Mexican traditions and conformity. Day of the Dead, also known as Día de los Muertos in Mexico, is a traditional Mexican holiday that honors and celebrates the lives of loved ones that have gone before us. It is believed that on November 1st and 2nd, the dead return home to visit and feast on their favorite foods. Day of the Dead celebrates the appreciation of folk arts through the traditional expressive forms of dance, visual arts, and handicraft. During a Day of the Dead celebration, ballet folclórico dancing is typically performed to welcome the honored deceased. According to Williams and Mack, participants dance entertaining the spectators and encouraging the return of any souls who might still be lingering. In addition to folk dance, a common sight at a Day of the Dead festivity is visual arts, such as original paintings and ceramic creations made by common folk. Gonzalez grew up in the north side of Houston, which is a community rich in Hispanic culture and pride. Although his Mexican-American heritage influences his artwork, it is his mother and her death that are the driving force. Among the different folk arts exhibited during the Day of the Dead festivities are artesanales, or handicrafts. The Sanitis family in Chiapas, Mexico, hand-make traditional artesanales demonstrated in the pictures. The giraffe and camisas mexicanas, or Mexican shirts, are each made skillfully by hand. Day of the Dead validates and sustains Mexican folk culture by maintaining consistent traditions. Mexican traditional altars built in honor of the deceased are customary during Day of the Dead. A key piece of the tradition is having family members working together to construct the altars. According to Pat Haney, Mexican Americans keep the tradition alive by involving the whole family to work together and build the altars. The sugar skull is a traditional item placed in all altars built for the dead. Furthermore, it is a continual symbol of Mexico's Day of the Dead. The traditional sugar skulls are hand-decorated with icing and have the deceased's name written on it so that the deceased may know where to go. Marigolds are the traditional flower used during the Day of the Dead celebration. According to McArdle's online article, marigolds work as a guide for the deceased to locate the altars built for them because of the scent the marigolds give off and the bright color they shine. Offerings, or ofrendas, have been long established as an essential component of the Day of the Dead altars. Since people believe that the dead return to the living, these offerings are thoughtfully arranged as gifts. These include candles, a variety of foods and sweets, drinks, photos, and items that once belonged to the deceased. The Day of the Dead introduces Mexican traditions and maintains conformity through festivities and exhibitions. Day of the Dead festivals help bridge the gap between Mexican traditions and Americans. For instance, Mecca's Day of the Dead festival grants patrons a glimpse of authentic Mexican festivities involving the traditional calavera face painting and the Mexican Puebla dress, to name a few. Furthermore, Mecca adds that this festival is truly a community cultural celebration in this multicultural city of Houston. Day of the Dead altar exhibitions allow for an educational public display of Mexico's traditional works of art to be held in American galleries while at the same time maintaining traditional conformity. Sherman suggests that the Day of the Dead plays a huge role in educating the dominant culture on the Latino culture. Meca's Ofrenda exhibition does just that by demonstrating how Day of the Dead altars maintain Mexican traditional conformity even in the United States. Mexico's Day of the Dead may have started as a celebration to honor deceased loved ones, but it has become much more than that. Day of the Dead celebrates the appreciation of folk arts through dance, paintings, and crafts. It validates and sustains the Mexican folk culture by continuing to build family altars with traditional offerings. Lastly, Day of the Dead maintains Mexican traditions and conformity by educating the public with festivals and exhibitions.